Creating problem circuits for training and examination. In this tutorial, we demonstrate how to create problem circuits using Tina's Exam Manager. First, we will create a selection type of problem. Start Tina offline version and open the circuit under the name Transistor Circuit. You can find this circuit in Tina's test folder. Let's create multiple choice type test with 4 alternatives, including 1 correct and 3 incorrect answers to the question. What is the function of this circuit? Open the Exam Manager from the View menu. On the right-hand side of Tina's schematic editor, the Exam Manager panel appears. To add a selection, click the Add button in the selection window. First, let's create the correct answer. Therefore, tick the This is the good answer checkbox. Then, in the selection field, enter Class AB amplifier, which will be the correct answer, then click OK. Next, we create and add 3 more answers, which are incorrect. The first one is full wave rectifier. The second one is Class B amplifier, and the last one is modulator circuit. Assuming that we have already created a test files folder, save this file in this test files folder by using the Save As command in the File menu. Click Save. The next task we want to add to our problem set is a voltage division problem. In this circuit, students have to calculate the voltage V shown by the voltmeter on resistor R2. Normally, the program would calculate and display this value, which is 60 volts, when the user presses the DC button in the DC interactive mode. However, in training and examination mode, the program does not display the value, but rather requests that the students enter the value and unit and compare it with the calculated value. The unit is determined based on the type of the meter. In our case, the meter is a voltmeter, so the units should be volts. This is a great innovative feature of Tina and Tina Cloud, which makes problem construction easier due to the automatic solution. In this kind of problem, there is no need to set anything in the Exam Manager, as the solution is automatically calculated. However, you may want to add some advice, hints, here for the students using the Advisor tab at the bottom of the Exam Manager dialog. You can decide whether the students get a penalty, that is, a reduction of the maximum possible score as a percentage. Let's add 2 hints to the problem. Select the Advisor tab and click the red plus button. The Edit Advice Number 1 dialog appears. Enter the advice. Apply the voltage division formula. Add 20% as a penalty. This means that the students using this advice will get 80% of the maximum score of 100% if otherwise they solve the problem correctly. Of course, you can set 0 or any other number here. The students are warned about the reduction of score before they decide to use the advice. Click OK. Let's add another tip. This time we give the voltage division formula. Click the plus button in the Advisor dialog box. The Edit Advice Number 2 dialog appears. Enter the advice. V equals VG times R2 divided by R1 plus R2, and the penalty, 50%, then click OK. This means that the students using both hints will get only 30% of the total score of 100% if otherwise they make no errors in the solution. Save this file in the Test Files folder as well. Load the next circuit under the name Circuit Design. This is a simple circuit design problem where students have to find the resistance value of resistor R2 such that the meter shows 2 volts. This problem can also be solved by using the voltage division formula, but not directly, since R2 is unknown. Instead, the voltage on resistor R2 is given. However, we can easily obtain the solution by rearranging the voltage division rule. Vg times R2 divided by R1 plus R2 equals V2, and hence R2 equals V2 times R1 divided by Vg minus V2 equals 2 times 40 divided by 10 minus 2 equals 10 kilo ohms. Let's create a multiple choice type test with 3 hints. We first add 10 kilo ohms, which is the correct answer. So let's tick the "This is the good answer" checkbox, then click OK. Next, we add 5 kilo ohms, then 20 kilo ohms. Let's add 3 hints with the same penalty percentage, 20%. Hint 1. Use the voltage division rule. V2 equals Vg times R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Next, enter 20% in the penalty field. Click OK. Hint 2. Rearrange the voltage division rule to R2. Enter 20% in the penalty field, then click OK. Hint 3. Use the rearranged formula. R2 equals V2 times R1 divided by Vg minus V2. Enter 20% in the penalty field. Click OK. Save the circuit in the same test files folder. Finally, let's create a troubleshooting, or in other words, fault-finding problem, where the students have to find the faulty part in a circuit. We assume that only one part is faulty. Create or load the circuit already used in the How to Run a Training Session and Follow Students' Progress in Tina Cloud's Supervisor Mode video tutorial. You can find this circuit in Tina's test folder. If you analyze this circuit by pressing the DC button, the voltmeter will show 60 volts. Now, let's insert a fault into this circuit. We do this by associating so-called shadow circuits with it, invisible for the students, which contain faults. You can assign as many as 15 shadow circuits to each good original circuit. The program selects a shadow circuit randomly when loading a troubleshooting problem. Let's add a shadow circuit to our voltage division problem. Select the Exam Manager from the View menu. The Exam Manager appears on the right side of the screen. Select version number 1 using the drop-down list below Fault Insertion at the top of the Exam Manager window. Now we can insert a fault into shadow circuit number 1. Click the Insert Fault button on the left of the toolbar below version number 1, and with the screwdriver-shaped cursor, click Resistor R2. The property window for R2 appears. Change its resistance from 30 to 5 ohms and click the OK button. Now we can test our circuit. Press the DC button. The voltmeter will show 60 volts and output voltage of the good circuit. Release the DC button with a click. To test the faulty circuit, press the diode-shaped Fault Enabled button and press the DC button again. Now the voltmeter will show 20 volts according to the changed R2 value. Release the DC button and save the circuit as troubleshooting.tsc. In summary, in this video tutorial, we have created 4 problem circuits for training and examination. In the next How to Create Problems sets using T-Task video tutorial, we will show how to create a problem set from these circuits using Tina's T-Task Task List Editor utility. For more information, visit our website at tinacloud.com. Visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Tina Design Suite.